I've actually got no idea where I'm walking to or where this track ends, but I'm hoping it goes up towards the tower. If this road bears round to the right, well, it looks like it's going left. It's a dead end. We'll have to go up the next one. It's quite a climb to get up here. And it's about 26 degrees at the moment. So it's quite warm to walk. In fact, it's very warm to walk. There's a blackbird sunning itself by the gate. You probably can't see on this. Oh, you can just see it at the bottom there. There he goes. I've come from down there. You can see how high it is. I'm nearly at the same height as those hills over there. But I've still got quite a climb to go. So let's have a look and see what we can see. There's obviously a gate there. Probably to stop the rabbits or the deer getting in or getting out. God. It doesn't look very steep on this camera, I tell you. It is rather steep. God, I am absolutely dripping. That's the like little drains, so the water runs off back into the fields rather than down the road. Hello, visitor, whoever you may be. Oh, you've gone. Ah, hi, Suki. God, this is all uphill. I've come from down there. You can see how high it is. Looking at it's 26 degrees here at the minute. It's absolutely red hot. I am dripping. And I'm almost at the top of this hill, I think. And it might level out after that with any luck. Problem is, you get up to the top of a hill and then round the corner is another hill. I've got my backpack on and my back is absolutely dripping. I'm gonna have to take it off at some point. Because I've got my other... It is lovely here. It's It's very quiet actually, considering the amount of cars at the entrance, but it's don't know if you can see that in the distance, but it's a huge park this. It's owned by the Duke of Northumberland, and it's open to the public, although there are people who live in here. There are a few houses and a few farms, but you're not allowed dogs in here, or you can't drive through unless you're a resident, and I don't think you can cycle either. So it's either on foot or don't bother. I suppose you can always crawl back to the car, which is probably what I'll end up doing. There's a sign. I've been walking for about 40 minutes, so I'm quite away from the car already. Oh, it's not, it's an electricity box by the look of it. Oh, here's a little marker. I think if we turn left here, it brings us to the little cave where the little statues are. I have actually filmed around here. You can't see it through the trees, but Grizzly Tower is just through these trees at the top. Hi, Mini Cooper. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's just a bit too hot to walk. Although it's probably okay if it was on flat ground, but I think I've probably climbed half the height of Everest by now. That's how it feels anyway. Not spotted any deer yet, but there are quite a few deer in here. You can normally hear them before you see them running away. Lake District, yeah, it's lovely over there, isn't it? It's probably not as wet. Is it raining there today? Or is it dry? Whew. I should have brought a drink. I never thought. Ah, nice. It's quite a drive from London. Nearly level ground. Can't believe it. See lots of pine cones on the ground. Yeah, I know I should have brought a drink, Suki, to be honest. I didn't think to put one in my bag. I normally do carry a bottle, but I've got an apple. I've already had one. I've got another apple to have, so that'll have some liquid in it. I think at the bottom of this track is the little cave. Amazing foliage, isn't it? You know, all these ferns just appear from nowhere. Thank you, Minnie. Whew. I wish these phones had better stabilisation. I might have to get a little mini gimbal like the one on my camera. 2 bottles. God, I could drink a bottle now, I can tell you. In fact, I think a bottle's already run off my forehead. There are quite a lot of rock formations here. You can't really see them in this foliage, but there are rocks up there. Yeah, they do when you connect them to your phone, that's for sure, but I suppose if you've got an additional battery to attach it, or a charger, then it's not so bad. That's those rocks must be thousands of years old. Some of them just jut out from the side of the hillside. It's just wonder how many cavemen stood on there. Eh? No, I'm not going up there. Thank you, Minnie. Nice to see you, mate. Have a great day, whatever you end up doing at the Lake District. Which part of the lakes are you in, by the way? See, there's absolutely no foliage in there because of the canopy. It doesn't allow the sun through for the ferns. Here's the little cave. That's not really a cave. Well, I suppose it is to a degree, but if these monks are statues, whatever they are, I think they're monks of some sort. I think they've brought them from the priory, which is just a bit further on. The tree growing in that rock. Wow. Amazing where trees can grow, isn't it? So I think at some point the friars or the monks from the priory probably came down here as some sort of retreat. That's an old statue. Looks like he's reading a book of some sort, probably the Bible, I suppose. Let's have a look and see what's in here. Apart from midges. We've reconnected. Yeah, so in that cave, but I'm not going to go in and find out because there's signal. And he's probably standing at the door saying, "Don't go in there." Amazing what you can find though, isn't it, when you just walk. I'm surprised there's not people about. At the entrance there was maybe a dozen people, walking into the grounds, but I actually walked past them and walked a bit faster, so I'm ahead of everybody. See, that rock formation goes all the way along. And gradually peters out. There are lots of little birds. You can't see them on this camera, I doubt. There's wagtails. I can see the wagtails, but didn't get a good look at the others. There's another one. You can see those rocks go all the way along there, through that gap. Now, we're not allowed to turn left here. That's private land up there, I believe. So we have to turn right and go back up the hill. Yippee! Did you see it, did you? Ah, right. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to see it on the camera, but there's lots of birds flying around, but you can't, they're so quick. By the time you track them, they've gone. Private, no public access. You can't actually walk down there, to be honest. I think it's just for cars or vehicles, but we'll head up here. I think eventually this will bring us to the cemetery. Which is probably where I might end up if I'm walking up this hill. It always amazes me that they put roads where there's hills. Why can't they put a road where it's flat? It's not exactly flat on your feet either. It's quite difficult terrain to walk on because it's all loose. Look at the roots on that tree. All the way down the hill. Hi Tan, how are you? Wait till you see the view from the top of here. Absolutely amazing. That's if I make it to the top, of course. That's good. Nice to see you here. Hope everything's fine over there. Ah, look at this. There's a little statue monument thing there. That's the cemetery over there, believe it or not. I'll show you the view from here. Stand on this stone. Try again. I think that's the Cheviot Hills. There's a farm down there. Show you it from further down the track. Just have a quick look in the cemetery because I'd like you to see this tree. Yeah, it's a bit breezy on the top of that, standing on that stone. It's a lovely breeze though. God, could do with it. Have you seen this gate? It's got skull and crossbones and all sorts on it. That tree has got golden branches and golden leaves. And I don't think there's any, well, there's no graves in here yet, because it's been specifically built for the Duke of Northumberland and his family, so once one of them departs this world, this is where they'll end up. Amazing. Wow. Look at the cloud, it's actually touching the top of that hill over there. It's a little bit cloudier here than it was at home, but I tell you, it's, for it having that bit of breeze, it's still rather hot. If you can find it, yeah, well, sometimes finding castles is a bit difficult. There is a one right down the bottom of here actually, but you're not allowed to go to it. You can see it from the other side of the river, but you can't cross and go into it. It's on private land. It's a shame, really. You can see the river down there, just part of it anyway. There's a big farm there. Oh, and a person. I've seen a person, look. 3 people. It's a lot more sheltered here, that's for sure. Once you get in these trees. Hi. It's quite a bit more overgrown since the last time I actually walked here, which I think was summer as well. It was last summer when I was here. You probably can't see it, but right in the distance there is the sea. You can just see that dark blue line behind the trees, and that's the priory down there. Which I've obviously been to. You can, well, it is still a fair walk to get to it from here, but you can walk to it and go inside. Again, I'm really surprised I've got a signal here, considering all the trees. But I am quite high up, of course. Should have brought my hang glider. You can follow these markers. The markers have all got arrows on them and different colours and things. Hiya, chat. How are you? It's a beautiful place here to walk. It's very extensive. The grounds are absolutely huge. They cover, well, the Duke of Northumberland obviously owns most of Northumberland, so they cover the whole of this area, and like the Annick Moors and things like that. You know, it's a vast area, and they do close this place so many times through the year for the Duke to do his shooting, the grouse season. Oh, some more people. Just look at the trees as they walk past. Yeah, there are deer actually, but I haven't seen any yet. Yeah, you? Yeah, there's no deer in there as far as I can see. Don't see anything moving. They'll be well away this time of day, I think, especially when there's people walking about. Oh, geez, look at the size of this hill. Right, when we get to the top of this hill, Brisley Tower is at the top, around the corner to the left, I believe, if I've got my bearings right. Yeah, I do. I've filmed the trees while they walk past. Some people don't like being on film, but you can't avoid them all, of course. These lenses are such wide lenses that I'd have to put it in my pocket. Jeez. I've been walking for an hour, so I've probably done, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles, I suppose. So I've got the same sort of distance to get back. It's not too bad, the walk back actually is fairly flat, most of it. There's people sitting there as well. Try and avoid. I'll put you in my other hand. That's one of the gamekeeper's cottages. There you go. We've already been up here, so I actually got special permission to go to the top. It's normally locked. You can't get in, obviously without the key, but it took me about 3 months to get permission, but well worth it when you get to the top for the views. It's honestly, chat, you'd love it. It's such a, I was going to say relaxing. It is a relaxing walk actually. It's very quiet. You don't see many people around here, considering how lovely it is. A quick view up there. Whee. It's pretty dark in there, I can tell you, because the guy who came with the key opened the door and then shut me in. Falling out my holder. Hang on a minute. I'll just put you. Don't need to adjust my sponge. There we go. Right. Yeah. They are restored by His Grace, the 12th Duke of Northumberland, and reopened. Well, it didn't open very long because it's not open to the public now, but it used to be. It's basically a folly. It's just been built as a folly. I don't think it has any specific use or meaning. But it's pretty old now, actually. I think it does say on the way when it was when it was built. If anybody can understand Roman numerals. MDCCLXXX1, so that's, yeah, 31, something 31, 1731 maybe, I can't remember. No barbecue today. Well, we'll continue on, see what else we can come across. No deer in there. Some sort of machine in there. Must be cutting logs or something. There's a swing. Nice little cottage stuck in the middle of nowhere. Tell you what, without transport, that is a fair trek to the shops. Yeah, I think somebody's been cutting logs. Yeah, there's some sort of machine there. Downhill, thank God for that. Makes a change. I better check messages. Yeah, Gothic style. I think it is actually. I think it was built around sort of Gothic style, but it's amazing views up there, especially when it's clear. On a clear day, you can apparently see, I don't know, 7 or 8 castles from there. I never spotted them when I was there. I mean, I only saw 3, but I probably couldn't see that far. No deer. There's a butterfly. Oh, he's gone. Good filming, Raymond. It's just trees for miles and miles and miles. Trees and fields, that's all there is basically. A lot of these trees are American species, anyway. For the pines and what have you. Each tree, oh God, no, but they're obviously some sort of pine tree. You can see the pine cones on them. I don't know the actual species, but they're probably all the same, I would have thought. Those big tall ones are different species because they're only leaving at the top. There's nothing further down. The British trees, I've got no idea, other than the easily spottable ones like willow, I suppose, is easily to spot because the leaves sort of fall, or the branches fall down to the ground, or down towards the ground, I should say. Another view over there. Hey, you can't see the sea there now. Right in the distance. Yeah, there's loads of pine trees, Suki. Be nice down at the sea today actually. We've got a good view down, straight down the road there as well. Yay. We're still some height up here. But I'm glad it's going. Glad the road's going down and not up. God. I tell you, if you want to lose weight, come to this park. There's a fairly young, some sort of fir tree, pine tree. You can see all the pines there, the little cones. That's the type of thing people put in potpourri, you know, where they have the smelly things sitting on the tables. There's loads of ferns. Ideal conditions here for them. It gets very sort of humid with all the plants. There's a lovely breeze blowing up this hill. There's a butterfly. He's not hanging around. I know, it's surprising, isn't it, Chatter? The amount of people that you see here is few and far between normally. I mean, this is probably the busiest I've seen it for a while because it's just reopened about maybe a week or a couple of weeks ago. It's been closed because of the, not really because of the sort of distancing thing here, because obviously you can keep apart from people, but it's where everybody parks their car at the entrance. It's like one car behind the other, etc, etc. So I think they decided, to a degree anyway, to close the place because of that. But there are obviously houses and farms on this land, so you're not allowed to drive through unless you're a resident or visiting a resident. You're not allowed to bring dogs in here, and you can only walk, basically. You can't even cycle. It's a bit of a shame because it'd be a good place to bring a bike, but of course cyclists, or some cyclists, tend to not stick to the tracks. I think they're probably concerned that it's going to destroy the place. I'd love to know why that gate's got a lock on it. It doesn't really go anywhere. She put this fence up. This fence wasn't here before. The fence won't stop a rabbit, that's for sure. It'll stop the sheep. They might put sheep in there, I suppose. The ferns down. Yeah, it could be. There might be. They maybe are going to plant something in there, Suki. To be honest, I don't know. There's not many more places they can plant around here. As I was walking up here, actually, this one of the farmers was in his little vehicle, and he dropped this girl off at the junction, and I had a chat with her, and she says, "Oh, I'm waiting for the sheep." I'll have to. No, you're doing fine. Chat away. Yeah, she was waiting for the sheep, so I thought, oh, let me get out of the way. Stinky things. Should be barred. Well, not a deer in sight today, which is fairly unusual, but they will be resting, I think, at this time of day. They tend to come out more at dusk, and they'll probably be down by the river, to be honest, because they'll want a drink. Are you really allergic to wool? There's a place in there which is obviously some sort of feeding station, perhaps for, I don't know if they're feeding the deer or what, but I'll show you in here. There's a load of barrels which they've got set up. Oh, there's a squirrel. Can you see it? A little grey squirrel. Pity it's not a red. You can hear things running around, rustling around in the leaves. There's a is it a magpie or a jay? I can't really see. It's a magpie. There's a blackbird. A hive of activity around here. Blackbirds looking for worms in the leaves. Oh well, there's a little squirrel. I don't know if they get reds here actually. I think they probably do, but reds and greys don't mix. Yeah, there's birds rustling away. Yeah, the greys carry something called squirrel pock disease, or squirrel pox I should say, which is fatal to the reds, which is why they're trying to keep them segregated and actually try and get rid of the greys. The greys were an American import. There's another one of those drains, which is full of stone now, but it is supposed to drain away the rain. People behind. I'm glad I'm walking down this hill instead of up it, because this is the hill I came up before. There's more people now, you see. Now at the bottom here, if you turn left, it'll take you to the priory, but it's about a couple of miles away. Yeah, I think a lot of these forests are planted in rows. Yeah. I'll wait till these people get past. See that road there? Yeah. There's two going up there. Those three are the three who passed me coming towards me before, but they haven't obviously walked round in a circle. They've just turned round and come back. But yeah, if you follow that road there, it will eventually bring you to the priory, which is over there through the trees. Well, they've got a sign up on the gate, which, unless you knew it was there, you probably wouldn't see it. For everyone's safety, keep 6.5 feet apart in all directions. I'd love to see people out with their tape measures. How far are you apart? You're not 6.5 feet from me. I've just measured it. There's a little burn there under there, but it's covered in fern, so you can't see it. Somebody been cutting the grass. Well, at least we're back on the road. Proper road. See, it is very well maintained, this place, you know, considering the size of it. Sheep. Sheep and sheep. These are all, well, that's a rhododendron. Those leaves are rhododendron leaves. There's some more there. Just see the remnants of a purple flower. The grass smells lovely when it's cut, doesn't it? I think this sign says speed hump. Which you could read into a few things, but it obviously doesn't affect pedestrians, only vehicles. Look at the size of that tree. It's a big one. Oh, there's the man cutting the grass. See where we've been. Clever little contraption. You can lift the blades up. people alert. You can hear the sheep. Must be shouting at the man cutting the lawn. Oh yeah. There you go. If you turn left, it takes you down to the farm, and you can actually get to the priory down that way as well, which is actually a shorter route. But we're not going there today. So I'm probably running out of battery soon. Actually, I'll show you the map. There you go. This is where I started, where the parking is, and I've walked up here to Brisley Tower, and then we've turned round and come back down again. But well, that's obviously where I am at the minute. And the farm's just round the corner, and then we've just got to walk down here, and then we're back at the car. It doesn't look very far on a map. You've got the tower there, then you've got the priory, or the abbey. There's sometimes called an abbey, but which is up there. It is a huge area just to walk around, you know. These places never look very big on a map, do they? Until you actually start walking. Just checking for messages, hang on. Sheep, oh yeah. You can definitely hear sheep. They're normally in the fields by the roadside here actually, but they've got them further over today. And the fields next to the road they've let them grow, so that'll be the next spot for the sheep. They'll soon clear that. So these plants here is, you can see the sheep have been down here, can't you? All over the grass as well. These things are like a type of bulrush, aren't they? So this area must get quite boggy. Look at that tree there. Wonder how many hundreds of years that's been there. How many soldiers have walked past there, eh? How many monks? Another speed hump. Watch out, folks. Because I'm travelling at some speed here. Oh, we're over. Yeah, trees have lots of stories to tell, don't they? There are a few trees in this area actually which have stories attached to them. Some of them have like little benches around their base, so you can sit there and be part of the story, I suppose. There's normally a couple of bulls in that field, but they're not there, so I'm not quite sure where they are. If I suddenly start running, you'll know why. You can see a little part of the town in the distance there. It's not bad actually at the minute, chat. There's a bit of a breeze there, so it's keeping me cool, but my back is still soaking. I need to get a different backpack, I think, one that like stays off your back. Well, this one does. It's got like, I don't know, like sponge inserts, but sponge tends to just make you sweat, I think. There's a little cottage down here, which has got a very old frontage. I think that was added on at a later date. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's as old as it looks. And then we cross the bridge, and then we're almost home. Well, almost back to the car. And I've got about a 10-mile drive from here to my house. So it's not too far. Bad enough. 2 is twice the pleasure. God, they'll be phoning you up with a football team next. You'll have to rent a mansion. Heading back towards the sun. It's a bit which is nice. It's lovely for walking. It's lovely walking weather. But as I say, when I left the house it was 25 degrees. Got here it was 26. So I don't know what it is now. It may be mid 20s or maybe a bit lower. But it's very, very humid. See those trees swaying? They're all talking to each other. See, that road didn't look very long on the map, did it? It goes on forever. Yeah, some of these trees could certainly tell some stories, I'm sure. Next time I come down, actually, I'll hold off from doing this live stream until I get nearer towards the Priory, and then I'll stream from there, because it's lovely around there. You can walk right up to the, well, you could actually walk across the river if it's shallow enough, but you can get right next to the river. It's a lovely place for a picnic. That's if I brought a picnic, of course. an owl outside my bedroom window a few nights ago. What a racket. It must have been feet away from my window. I couldn't see it, but I could certainly hear it. I did record it actually. Oh, here's a vehicular. Get a nice view from some of those houses, don't you? God, stinks around here. Sheep smell. God, it's like walking along the Roman wall. Actually, I wonder how old this wall is. It's got to be quite some age. It has been cemented with that really old style of cement, you know. You can hardly tell the cement from the stone, really, can you? It's it all sort of merges in together. Yeah, it's going to be a few hundred years old. Surprised it's intact. Because a lot of these walls tend to sort of fall apart eventually, especially if it's in an area where there's lots of wind and rain. I'm just waffling now, by the way. Is everybody still here? When I say everybody, two's better than none. Oh. 2 people coming up the hill. Yeah. There we are. Right, we're nearly down towards the little cottage and then the bridge. And then from the bridge it's about, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 meters back to the car. Need one of those massage seats. I'll get in the car and just fall asleep. Wow, look at the branches on that tree. Doesn't it look spooky? I'll show you when we get a bit closer. that has a few stories to tell. Tree of life, yeah, it is. It's like the tree of life. These trees here have got the sort of purpley brown leaves. I'm not quite sure what they are, but that was interesting. A nice contrast to the green. Well, we've walked around in a circle, basically. Quite tall, those ones. Let's walk on this side. Can't see any deer in there. Sometimes you can hear them making the calls to each other, but not heard any today. There's a couple of fallen trees, well, quite a few fallen trees actually. And there's that little cottage. You see the windows on it are very Gothic again. But I think behind that sort of facade, they've built quite a newer building inside it. It looks a little bit like a church, doesn't it? Or a chapel. Amazing. See, those leaves are green, but they have that brown tinge to them. Nearly at the bridge. Farm Drive, that says. That's obviously a private track up there. Look at both sides of the bridge. Look on the right side first. Yeah, I know, it's they don't look very big, do they, until you start walking them. There's a little stream there. Right, obviously goes under there. I don't want to tip my phone over there and lose it. There's some big rhododendrons there. Wow. You see all the metal pipe carrying the cable to that house. Storm drain. Once we're around this corner, it's pretty much a straight road all the way back to the car and to the entrance. I'll actually stay online till I get to the entrance because the building's actually quite interesting. There is a gentleman who lives in there who I've spoken to before. I've knocked on his door. And he is, I don't know, he's some sort of guard, I suppose. He's, you know, he can stop people coming and going if he wants. He works for Northumberland Estates. Now these trees here, I think, no, not that one. That's not an ash. Ash trees have similar sort of bark. To me, they look plastic. They get very sort of weather beaten, and like the trunk gets really smooth. But these are all the same. They're all the type of fern. You can see it's they always look really old, don't they? You know, well, probably are old, but they look a bit sinister. So at the end of this road is the entrance gate. And my car is about 50 metres from there. Tell you, when you look down these roads, you think, God, it goes on forever. They've obviously been planted specifically to be in line. The other side is a bit higher up. Oh, I tell you, that Roman wall's tricky. Whoever built that and wants a medal. Goes right across the country, you know, from east to west. There are still some quite intact turrets on the Roman wall, but a lot of them have gone now, of course. Oh, here's some more people. I tell you what, I need a shower when I get home. I'm absolutely ringing. Ringing and minging. Fill the hole in there. A nice patch. See, these are all rhododendrons along the edge here. And they look amazing when they're all in flower. So you do get different colours. They will come back actually. I think the ones in my garden are just starting to flower again. So, see, that one's starting to flower again.
When you rest and then you just fall out.
She unfortunately wasn't wearing a lot. You see how the traffic has created an arch where this tree is. It's one of the gamekeepers. Look at that leaf there, it looks red, doesn't it? Wow. In fact, it is red. Here's the entrance. Oh well, my car's still there, I can see it. Somebody coming towards us. I'll just turn the camera away. There's a sawmill in there, which obviously there's the sign for it. Got his TV area on the top. Looks nice, doesn't it? Very pretty. Like a little grotto. Right, well, I'm almost back at my car, so I shall love you and leave you until the next visit, or until the next time I'm live. Got nothing planned at the moment. Yeah, I'm back at my car, you can just see it there. Here we are. Open the door. Let me in. Right, people, I shall love you and leave you. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you soon. Oh, somebody coming up, hang on. Okay, right, I'm off. Nice to see you, chat. Nice to see you, Suki, and everyone else who came in, who isn't here now. I'll catch you all soon. Take care, stay safe, and be good. You too, chat. Bye.